Spiral Spec? What's up with you, Andrew? What's up with you, Mason? Man, hope you guys are well. Man, this is gonna be epic. Trying to get everything situated. I apologize for jumping on like this. Man, fell asleep. I fell asleep and just woke up like a few minutes ago, jumped up and had to get ready. Man, so I apologize for rushing and coming in the way that I am. Man, and to all the fathers out there, man, happy Father's Day to you. Man, happy Father's Day to the fathers that are out there. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. And, you know, I make no apologies for that. This is a spiritual boot camp. Man, to all my fathers, happy Father's Day. Man, women, this is gonna be for you too. But man, this is a special Father's Day thing. I'm all discombobulated. I apologize for that. Now, I want to have a real heart to heart, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Men, those of you that are fathers, those of you that are looking at getting back in the dating game, that have been hurt or whatever the case may be, man, we need to have a real heart to heart. You know what I mean? We need to have a real heart to heart, and we need to grow the fuck up as men. You know, as males, we need to grow the fuck up and, man, call it what it is. You know what I mean? So many of us have, we fucked up. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Again, you know, we've made a lot of mistakes in life, and we've made a lot of bad choices in life in regards to the women that we've hooked up with. What's up with you, Truth Rises? We've made a lot of bad choices in regards to the women that we've hooked up with. You know, and it's so easy for us to blame men and say, or excuse me, for us to blame women, all women, like, man, these women ain't shit, these women are sorry ass mothers, and they're da-da-da, and they're da-da-da. And the truth be told, you, man, you picked her. You know what I mean? You picked that woman. You picked that woman to put seed into. You know what I mean? You picked that woman, you deposited your seed into her. And then you expect her to be a great mother, a nurturing mother, a compassionate mother, and a loving mother, and all this other stuff. And she wasn't all that shit before you deposit that seed into her. See, it's easy for us to sit back and to blame women, and I understand that, you know, there are a lot of trifling, sorry-ass women out there. There is, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. There's a lot of sorry-ass fucking women out there in the world that should never be fucking mothers. There's a whole lot of sorry ass fucking women that should never be in a relationship. A lot of sorry ass dudes like that too. Let's keep this shit real. But if you as a man pick this woman and she's toxic as fuck, crazy as fuck, got all these fucking issues, whether you know it or not, it don't matter. You take this woman who's damaged fucking goods, just toxic as fuck, and you deposit your seed into her, and you expect greatness to grow from that seed? You expect greatness to grow from that soil? That's like taking healthy seeds, great seeds, and planting it in toxic soil. You got these great seeds that your family is depending on. The rest of the generation is depending on you getting a great harvest. This is the last of your fucking seeds. And you take that seed and you plant it in toxic soil. Soil that's fucking poison. And you expect that soil that's poison to produce healthy fruit, healthy vegetables for you and your family and your community to live on. That's how crucial it is that we have to sit back and make our selections when it comes to selecting women that we're going to deposit our seed into. And there's going to be some kids growing up out of that. We as men have got to make better fucking choices. We as men have got to sit there and say, man, you know what? I got to make a better selection. I got to make a better choice. I can't just be pumping seed into toxic ass shit because I'm drunk. I'm high and I just met this woman at the club. I just met this woman at the bar. And man, we popping pills and everything's cool. And she got a badass banging fucking body. And whoop de whoop de whoop. And she got a job, she got a car. Because women with jobs and cars, some of them are fucked up too. A lot of them are fucked up too. And again, we're not about bashing women. It's about us as men growing the fuck up and being responsible and accountable for our selections and the choices we make. What's up with you, Kate? I have 7 kids. I was met 3 baby mamas, not baby mamas, but by 3 women. 2 of them I was married to. Well, what I mean by that, 2 of the women I was married to. My oldest 2 kids, me and their mom was married. My 3rd child, I wasn't married to their mom at all, or to her mom at all. The last 4 kids had the same mom. If I made better choices in life, I wouldn't have picked any of those mothers, or any of those women to have my kids. I'm glad my kids are here. But if I had been responsible as a man, I wouldn't have picked any of those women to bear my kids. Not at all. That's my fault. That's my responsibility. That's your responsibility as a man. Again, it's easy for us to sit back and say, well, these women are doing this and they're doing this and they're doing all this other shit. And the laws are fucked up in America. You know what I mean? The laws are fucked up in America. But it is what it is. As a man, you got to own that. You got to accept that for what it is. Okay, these are the laws. I know this shit is tainted against us. I know this shit's stacked against us as men. So if it's stacked against us as men, then I gotta be responsible and accountable for who I sleep with. We're gonna go deep today. I'm just laying the foundation. You gotta be responsible and accountable for your selection, your choices, and who you sleep with as a man. The system set up against you. The child support system set up against you. The court system set up against you as a guy. It is what it is. In certain states, you could be married for 7, 8 years, get divorced, and have to pay alimony to your wife for half the years you were married. Let me say that again. It's so stacked against us as men that in certain states, you have to pay your wife alimony, even if you only married for 8 fucking years. For 8 years, you have to pay her 4 years of fucking alimony. If you're married for 10 years, they can make it fucking indefinite. That you have to pay her spousal support or alimony. We've got to grow the fucking, and wise the fuck up and say, hold on, wait a minute, wait a motherfucking minute. I see what's going on. I understand what's going on. Then the onus falls on me. Just because you pretty, just because you bad, you got a badass body, don't mean you deserve to have my fucking kids. Just because you look good, don't mean that you could bring my child into this fucking world or your child into this world. The problem isn't the women. They got their own fucking issues they got to deal with. The problem is, it starts with us. What the fuck is wrong with us that we chose this woman? What the fuck is wrong with us that we picked this one to bring our kids into the world? We knew she was ratchet from the gate. We knew she belonged to the fucking streets from the gate. We knew she was toxic as fuck from the gate. We knew that she was a drunk and an alcoholic and a pill popper and all this other shit from the fucking gate. And we still chose to have sex with her. We may not have chose for her to carry the baby, but we chose to have sex with her. What's up with you, spiritual savage? What's wrong with us? That our selection isn't better. What issues do we have that we haven't dealt with, we haven't acknowledged yet, to where we're constantly making these poor decisions and we're picking toxic ass fucking women to sleep with? Are you that fucking lonely? Are you that fucked up emotionally that you'll pick all this crazy ass, toxic ass fucking women? What's up with you, Shan? You pick these toxic ass fucking women just because they look good, just because you don't want to be fucking lonely, just because, man, that she's gonna give you some fucking status. As men, that falls on us. I'm not saying it's our fault. I'm not saying it's our fault that the system's the way that it is. I'm not saying it's your fault that your woman dumped you and she took the kids and, man, she's raping you financially for child support. And she got 3 and 4 other baby daddies and she's just taking money from them too. And that's how she's living. Because there's a whole lot of women out there in America that's like that. That's looking for baby daddies so that they can look for this child support check coming in. And the trip is, when the guy ends up getting the kids, the great majority of us don't go after the women for child support at all. I remember my 2 oldest kids. I raised them. Their mom gave me custody of the kids. But part of the agreement for me to get custody of the kids, that I give her $290 a month for 2.5 years. $290 a month for 2.5 years. So she could go back to school and get her stuff together. That's what I had to financially pay to get custody of my 2 oldest kids and to be able to raise them. Their mom should have never had kids. Their mom should have never been in bed with me. You know what I mean? Stay with me. Again, I'm not bashing her. I had to check myself and Elijah. You're the fucked up one. Elijah, you're the real toxic one. Elijah, you're the real ignorant one here. It's easy for you to point the finger at her. Let's look at the man in the mirror. Let's talk about the man in the mirror. Why'd you pick her? Oh, because y'all was young and she was bad as fuck. And all the other dudes in the Air Force Base wanted to holler at her. But you was able to pull her. Oh, she looked like she should have been a model. Could have been a model. But you knew that she had fucked up attitude. You knew that she didn't accept accountability or responsibility for any of her actions. You knew that she had all these other issues. And you still chose to hook up with her. Don't blame her now. Because shit didn't work out the way you wanted to. Don't blame her now. Because shit went left. Why'd you pick her? Why'd you marry her? It's a different story. And again, I understand that there's some sorry, trifling ass women that use their kids as weapons against the father. I know it, I've been through it. There's some sorry ass women that will turn their kids against their own fucking father because the guy don't want the mother anymore. And so the mother would damage the kid's relationship with the father. The mother would ruin the relationship with the father, between the father and the kids, because the father's finally waking the fuck up. And he understands, man, I can't be here. This is not a healthy place for me. Been there, done that. Again, my daughter, the one that I did marry her mom, she tried to get me locked up for 35 fucking years, fed time, because I didn't want to be with her. I didn't want to be with her. She told us, if I can't have them, ain't nobody gonna get them. If I can't have them, nobody's gonna have them. This is what she said. And then she tried to get me locked up for 35 fucking years. She was cool with how I was living. She was cool with the stupid, ignorant ass shit I was doing. Until I didn't want her in my life anymore. And then she tried to ruin me. What's up, you matter? It's not her fault. And what I mean by it's not her fault, I knew from the gate I shouldn't hooked up with her. I knew it. But she had a badass body. We was in a relationship, arguing about stupid ass shit. I knew I should have left the relationship alone. I know the day when she was conceived, my daughter, I planted my seed in her mom and she was conceived. I know the day. God told me to leave the girl alone and not to fuck her anymore. But there's something about us as guys, we get in relationships, and there's something about the makeup sex. There's something about that, I'm mad at you, and I'm gonna fuck the shit out. This is a grown folk channel, we keep shit real here. You may not like the conversation, you may not like the delivery, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? What's up with you, Scorpio mom? It is what it is, you know what I mean? And I knew that I shouldn't have been messing with her anymore. And I know the last time that I was with her, soon as I came, it was a gut instinct. It was just a feeling I had. It's like, damn, she's gonna get pregnant. I never had that concern before in the past. That never crossed my mind in the past. But this one last time, and God is telling me, leave her the fuck alone. Stop messing with this fucking girl. She ain't fucking rap tight. Leave her the fuck alone. I get it. She got a badass fucking body, and the sex is all that. But you can have that with somebody with some fucking common sense. You can have that with somebody that's not trying to fucking destroy you. You can have that with somebody that want to build something with you. You can have that with somebody who has your best interest at heart. But I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to listen. So, that moment, I knew she became pregnant. I didn't know that when I tried to break up with her that last time, that she would try to destroy me. I can't get mad at her because my hard-headed ass wouldn't listen to source. My hard-headed ass wouldn't listen to my intuition. I wouldn't listen to God. I wouldn't listen to that voice tell me to leave her the fuck alone. And if I left her the fuck alone when I was told to leave her the fuck alone, I wouldn't have been in that situation. We got to grow up. We have to grow up. There's a whole lot of women out there that we as guys need to leave the fuck alone. I don't give two fucks how they look. I don't give a fuck how they look. I don't give a fuck how great their game is. You gotta leave them the fuck alone. You gotta value yourself enough to, everybody don't deserve to have this. Everybody don't deserve to have sex with you. Everybody don't deserve to be intimate with you. At what point are you gonna grow the fuck up as a man and understand that? Just because a woman wants to suck your dick, just because she wants to open up her legs, don't mean you gotta take her up on that offer. And again, I give two fucks about how she look. I've been with some badass fucking looking women. Badass women. Maybe it's just me. But the prettier they looked, the finer they were, the ones that had the baddest fucking bodies were the most corrupted, were the most tainted, were the most poisoned, were the most fucking toxic. They were the most damaged. We got to grow up. And then what happens to a lot of guys, we get kicked out of the kids' lives because of the woman. We're raped financially by the court system. And so we spend the next 18, 20 years trying to recuperate, trying to recover from this decision. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in for a second, guys. You choose these raggedy ass, no good, toxic, fucked up ass women to be your sex partner. And they get pregnant. And you start growing up. And now, you got to pay the price for your decisions. Now you see how poisonous she really is. Now you see how toxic she really is. Now you see how hateful she really is. Now you see how damaged she really is. Now you see how black her fucking heart is. We gotta grow up. We gotta grow up, guys. You can't expect a queen. Let me say it differently. You can't expect this person you met in the bar, at the club, on OnlyFans, or whatever the other fucking platforms are. You can't expect these motherfuckers to be a fucking queen and to raise your babies as queens, as young queens and young kings, when they ain't no fucking queen. Because the queen ain't gonna be out there fucking showing everybody her fucking body. A queen ain't gonna be out there fucking anybody and everybody. A queen ain't gonna be out in the fucking streets getting turned the fuck up with everybody. That's not what queens do. Queens don't put their body all over fucking social media so anybody with a paycheck can see what they look like. A queen ain't about trying to entertain anybody and everybody. And that's not what a queen does. A queen carries her way, carries herself a certain way. How the fuck, as guys, can we expect this girl, this female, who can't keep a fucking job, who can't do a damn thing for herself, now turn around and be a mama and raise these kids in a healthy way? See, society wants to talk about the deadbeat dads. Society always wants to talk about the deadbeat dads. Society always wants to say that the men are the problem. The patriarch society is the fucking problem. That's what society says. And that's what these ignorant ass fucking females have bought into. So as a man, you got to understand the rules that are stacked against you. You got to understand the game is set up a certain way. And if you want to play the game, you got to know the fucking rules. I remember when I used to talk to the guys in the prison, when I was a counselor at the prison. And I would tell them, I was like, man, if you're going to do what you fucking do, then do what you fucking do. But understand the games to the fucking rule. Understand the rules to the game. Stop putting yourself and setting yourself up as a fucking target. Stop making yourself a fucking mark. You mad at the police, you mad at the Pope and the cops and all these other people for coming at you for slanging dope and for woo-doo-doo, but you setting yourself up to look like a fucking dope man. You running around the fucking gold chains, you running around with your pants hanging off your fucking ass, you running around tatted up and just doing stupid ass shit. You got these expensive ass fucking cars and you ain't got a fucking job. You ain't got a fucking business. You got everybody in your fucking business, in your fucking, what you fucking doing. But then you get mad at the fucking rules. There's a whole lot of rich people that slang fucking dope. That move mad fucking dope. And I'm not about pushing dope. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Nobody should be selling dope. But if you're gonna do stupid ass shit, then know the fucking game. Know the fucking rules. Do what the fuck you do, but be smart about the stupid ass shit. Start your fucking business. But see, the problem is, we don't know the fucking rules to life. And the truth is, most of us guys never really had a father figure in our life, a positive one, that teaches, man, you got to be more selective about the fucking women you hooking up with. You got to be more careful about the enemy you laying down with. We don't understand that the great majority of us are sleeping with the fucking enemy. And I'm not saying all women are the enemy. There's a lot of great fucking women out there. But the reality is, there's a lot of fucking trash out there too. And the trash is making all the fucking noise. The trash is what we see all over fucking social media. The trash is what we see in fucking Hollywood and in the R&B and hip hop fucking industry and the rap fucking game. That's trash. And I don't give a fuck who they are. That's trash. That's not queen material. I don't give a fuck what they call themselves. That's not queen shit. And the truth be told, you ain't, as a man, you ain't acting like no fucking king. You ain't doing king-like shit. You ain't making decisions like a fucking king. You're not really thinking about your future and your future generations. You're not really thinking about your kingdom and how you going to preserve your kingdom. How you going to leave your kingdom to your kids and to your grandkids and the heirs coming up after them. See, as kings, this is what we got to start thinking like. As kings, we got to start sitting here thinking, damn, okay, you know what? I got to be more selective. Because I need a partner. Not, I could fuck anything, but I need to be particular about the woman I call my queen. I need to be particular about the woman I make my queen. Why? Because I'm trying to build a fucking kingdom. I'm trying to leave a fucking legacy behind. I'm trying to own some shit and leave some shit so that my kids don't come up like I did. So my kids ain't got to start all over from zero, from nothing like I did. My kids ain't got to play in the fucking mud. My kids ain't got to get up out the mud like I did. This is what kings do. We sit back and we talk about Donald Trump and all these other people. The rich get richer. But the thing about the rich, if you pay attention, again, learn the fucking rules. Learn the fucking rules to life. The thing about the rich and what they do is they set their kids up. They set their kids up financially. They put the right type of help around their kids to help them succeed in life. And every once in a while, you hear about some raggedy ass kid that's ungrateful and entitled, and they just doing the fucking most and turning up, and you know, you hear about one kid getting in trouble. But that's not the fucking norm. So the rich, they prepare their kids not to go out and get a fucking job. That's the difference between them and us. We just fucking anything and, man, just get you an education, get a job. Go to school and get in debt, but get a job. Get a job, pay $40,000. But you in debt $75,000 right off the top. Just so that you get a job that pays you $40,000. Make the shit make sense. That's not even fucking logical, but that's what we teach our fucking kids. Because we're not teaching them how to be fucking kings. So as men, we got to take a step back and really look at ourselves. Really look at our life. Really look at our fucking choices. Really look at our selections. If all that's around you is hoes and gold diggers, you need a new circle. If all that you're around are tramps and hoes, you need to relook your life. There's something about your life that's putting you in that fucking predicament, that's putting you in that fucking situation, to where the only people around you are fucking drunks, fucking partiers, and those fucking people that ain't got shit in life. If that's all that's around you, then you need a new fucking circle. If all that's around you are people that's trying to do the same shit, grind every fucking day, slang this fucking dime bag and all this other stupid ass shit, you need a new circle. You need some different friends. You need some different partners. But it starts with fucking you. You as a man have to change your way of fucking thinking. You as a man have to change your fucking perspective of life. And the great majority, we don't hear conversations like this until it's way too late. The great majority, we don't hear anybody getting in our fucking helmet and holding us accountable like this until it's too fucking late. Real shit. Again, this is not about bashing women. I'm bashing us as fucking guys. Us as fucking men. Because it starts with us. We got to grow the fuck up. So you know what? If we as men got our fucking shit together, if we as men got our shit together, you're going to have these tramps, you're going to have these hoes, you're going to have these hood rats and all these other motherfuckers. But that ain't going to be your fucking circle. You ain't got to worry about them. Because that's not the level you're on. You're on that level now. You're on that frequency now. You're on that vibration now. That's why that's all that's around you. These tramps and lowlifes. People with no fucking ambitions other than taking what you got. You want better quality women? Become a better quality fucking man. You want better women to choose from? Make better fucking decisions with your fucking life. You want a better baby mama? Choose a better fucking woman to sleep with. We gotta grow the fuck up. We gotta stop blaming everybody else. From the beginning of time, there's always been hoes. They said that's the oldest profession, has been a fucking hoe. That shit ain't going no fucking where, family. There's always gonna be fucking hoes. Don't mean you gotta sleep with them. There's always gonna be fucking skanks and hood rats and gold diggers and ignorant ass, sorry ass fuck. There's always gonna be them type of people, guys and females. You ain't got to pick them though. You ain't got to hang out with them though. You ain't got to party with them though. Man. I look at my sons. 3 sons. Oldest will be 32. No, the oldest is 32. And then I have a 22-year-old and a 20-year-old. 21, I'm tripping. So I have a 21-year-old, 24-year-old. I'm tripping. My memory, I'm tripping. So I have a 22-year-old, a 24-year-old, and a 32-year-old as far as my sons. And I would hate to be their fucking age right now. I would hate to be their age right now out in the dating game. I would. 4 daughters. Only one of them's married. Oldest is 34, the youngest would be 20. I would hate to be their age. Trying to date. I would hate to be their age. Looking around at all the guys. Sorry ass fucking dudes out there. Pretending to be a fucking man. Sorry ass dudes out there. Don't know the first thing about being a fucking man. Guys. There's nothing manly about walking around with your fucking pants hanging off your fucking ass. There's nothing manly about you showing other dudes your fucking drawers. Or your fucking basketball shorts, whatever the fuck you wearing. Ain't shit cool about that fucking shit. And now we got these ignorant ass fucking girls doing the same fucking thing. Running around with their pants hanging down their fucking ass. We got a long way to fucking go. We got a long way to fucking go. To reclaim our fucking communities. To reclaim our fucking nations. Because this shit is going to hell faster than you can fart. It's fucked up right now. It's all the way fucked up right now. You got women that on anybody's scale ain't a fucking 3. They're not a 3. And they swear to God they acting like they're a fucking 10. They walking around acting like they fucking Holly Berry. And they're a fucking 2. They're a fucking 1. But society says everybody's beautiful. Society says everybody's a fucking queen. Society says everybody's a boss babe. Society says everybody's a fucking boss. Society, everybody's a queen. Everybody's a fucking king. All you raggedy ass fucking women ain't queens. All you raggedy ass women ain't no fucking boss babe. All you sorry ass dudes ain't no fucking king either. All you sorry ass dudes that ain't no fucking man. I don't give a fuck what society say about you. You know what I mean? The men don't walk around with their fucking ass out. That's not what men do. Men don't beat the fuck on they women. Not men. I don't give a fuck what you see on TV. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. As a man, we carry ourselves a certain kind of way. And it's intimidating and it's threatening to weak ass motherfucking dudes who ain't no fucking man. As a man, we carry ourselves a certain way, and it's a threat to these sorry ass low life women out there who think that men ain't shit. Who want to tear down manhood. As a man, your presence is a threat to them. Your presence is a threat to these sorry ass pretenders out here claiming to be a man. It is what it is. But as a man, that same energy, that same presence that we walk around with that intimidates and threatens others is loving, is nurturing, is protecting to others. That same energy that I have when I walk around on the fucking streets is threatening and intimidating to some people. But that same presence, other people who recognize it for what it is, who sees it for what it is, it attracts them. Man, we got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow the fuck up. And the truth is, so many of us guys have been raised by single women. And we never learned how to be a man. We grew up and became older guys, but we never learned how to be a fucking man. And so many of the guys growing up now, by these single moms, are growing up to be guy versions of their mama. There's just guy versions of their mom. And you have a lot of us that are growing up, that are becoming son husbands or husband sons to their mom. When you look at the state of the dating game, you look at the state of where guys and women are at, it's depressing as fuck. It's depressing. It's depressing because women have this fucked up notion that we need to get rid of the patriarch society and that's what's fucked up the world and whoop de whoop de whoop. But yet everything in our culture is geared towards the fucking woman. In the beginning of that, I talked about how guys have been financially raped and just destroyed in the court system. So much so, a woman can just make any allegations about a guy. In American society, you're supposed to be innocent until proven fucking guilty. But that's not the case when it comes to situations between guys and women. You're guilty until you prove yourself fucking innocent. There's so many fucking dudes that have gotten locked up and incarcerated because some sorry ass, raggedy ass fucking woman, some vindictive ass motherfucking woman, got mad, got angry, was jealous, hateful, whatever the case may have been. And she called the cops or said he raped her, said he did this, that, and the guy has lost his fucking freedom, lost his fucking career, lost his fucking scholarship. Behind her bullshit ass fucking allegations. But then we sit back and we talk about how it's such a patriotic society, how the men dominate everything, run everything. But the court system isn't set up like that. The court system set up to dog the fuck out of the dudes. We have to grow up. Guys, it is what it is. The laws aren't changing anytime soon. Society isn't getting any better anytime soon. We have to change. We have to change real fast. We have to become responsible and accountable for our own shit, our own issues, our own insecurities that attract us to these sorry ass fucking type of women. That's on us. That's our responsibility. If you love your fucking life, if you love your fucking freedom, you had better grow the fuck up and understand that, man, you picked the wrong woman and just like that, your whole fucking life can change. Just like that, you could be locked the fuck up. Just like that, you could have everything taken from you, including your kids. See, it's so fucking bad. As a guy, you have no say in whether that woman can have an abortion. You can't make that woman carry that baby to term. If she don't want it, she can kill it and end it just like that. And there's not a damn thing as a guy you could do about it. Not a damn thing. If you want her to have an abortion and you didn't want the kid, and you believe that she was on her birth control pills and all this other stuff, and she lied to you and bullshitted you, and now she done got knocked up, and you don't want her having the fucking baby because you felt like you was deceived and tricked and bamboozled and all this other shit, you're liable for that kid. You're liable to that woman for the next 18 fucking years. For the next 18 years. At minimum. At minimum. See, the system's so fucked up. My kids, they lived with their mom. My younger kids lived with their mom in Georgia. She's a registered nurse. She had health insurance and all this other shit, right? They were up under her health insurance. The state of California forced me to put them on, get health insurance, forced me to put them on my health insurance. I had health insurance through my employer. It didn't cost me anything. My kids have health insurance through their mom. She works in a fucking hospital. She's a registered fucking nurse. But the state of California forced me to get health insurance for my kids, even though they didn't live in fucking California. At 400 something bucks a month to get my kids covered for health insurance, even though they already had their mama's health insurance plan. So on top of the child support, I now had to come out the pocket for healthcare insurance that they were never gonna fucking use. It's not set up to be your fucking friend. The system's set up against you. It is what it is. But you had better grow the fuck up as a guy and understand that, man, I gotta make better choices. I have to make better choices. If I value my life, if I value my freedom, if I want to build something for the long term, I better make damn certain about the person that I'm hooking up with. Just like that, it can all be gone. Everything you worked for, everything you sacrificed for, can be taken from you. And the crazy thing is, you don't even have to do anything wrong. The woman can just sit and say, I don't want to be married no more. I want a divorce. And everything you got is gone. Everything you make now, she's taking half. And she's going to take a great portion of that for child support. In the state of California, if you've been married for 8 years or more, if however long you've been married, they could go get child support or alimony for half as long as you guys have been married. And if you've been married for 10 years, they're getting alimony for the rest of their life. Whether they ever worked or not, whether they ever did anything or not, we gotta grow the fuck up. As guys. As men, we gotta learn to stand on fucking business. As men, we gotta start thinking like fucking kings. As men, we gotta learn how to preserve our stuff. We gotta learn how to preserve our kingdom. And then we gotta pass on that knowledge, that wisdom to our young men and to our young women. Again, this is not about bashing women. I don't believe in bashing women. Because every one of us got fucking issues. Every one of us got fucking baggage. Every one of us got unhealed trauma. So this is not about bashing women. This is about understanding the fucking game of life and how it's set up against you as a fucking guy here in America. And if you don't want to get caught up in the bullshit, you'd better learn not to put yourself in that fucking position. Learn to accept responsibility. Learn to accept accountability for your life. And stop blaming your 5 baby mamas for how they are. Why do you have 5 baby mamas? Why do you have 3 baby mamas? Stuff I had to ask myself. What the fuck is wrong with me that I keep putting myself in this fucking position? What the fuck is wrong with me? I keep putting myself in this fucking predicament. Do I have to keep fucking starting over? At some point in time, you're gonna get sick and tired of being sick and tired. At some point in time, as a man, you're gonna be sick and tired of starting over. You're gonna get sick and tired of starting and building and it being stripped from you just like that. This is why so many guys have already given up. They've checked out. They're done. They ain't trying to do shit. They ain't trying to work. They ain't trying to do a damn thing. They've already given up. Because they kept trying. But they wasn't trying the right way. And what I mean by that was they never learned the fucking rules to the fucking game of life. And all they did was try harder to impress these raggedy ass fucking women. All they did was try to give more and do more for these sorry ass fucking women that didn't deserve their fucking time and their fucking energy. I don't give 2 fucks how much time and energy you sow into this poisonous fucking field. It ain't gonna produce fucking a harvest for you. Understand that shit. You can have all the potential, all the right seed in the world. And if you sow it in negative, toxic ass fucking soil, you're not going to reap a fucking harvest. Ain't shit growing in that. Ain't shit coming from that. Except more toxic shit. More poisonous shit. And as guys, as men, that's how we have to start looking at these women. Are you good soil? Are you worth me investing my time and my energy into? Am I going to reap some type of reward? Am I going to reap and harvest from this? See, we as guys, we look at, man, I'm gonna bust a nut, and man, look how thick her ass, and look at her titties, and look at her lips, and da 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 da. Man, she got a tight kitty cat, and we think this stupid ass shit. And then when life fuck us up, and they run the fucking streets on us, and they do the fucking most to us, now we wanna, oh, life's not fair, and this bitch did that. No. Why? Ain't nobody trying to hear all that why me shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear your fucking sob story now. Ain't nobody trying to talk about this vindictive bitch no more. Well, no, motherfucker, it's you. Why you pick her? You knew she was poisonous from the gate. And if you didn't know that she was poisonous, then that's your fucking fault. That's your fucking problem. That tells universe, society, you don't know how to choose your real friends from you. You can't tell the difference between your friends and your enemies. Let me say it again. You picking bad partners, and then you're expecting great things to come from that. And then you get mad when they betray you, when they sabotage you, when they try to destroy you. Why the fuck you picked them in the first place? Something God had to show me, going back to the Bible. Again, I'm not a Christian by any means. Some story that's always just blew me away. Story of Samson and Delilah. Samson was king. He was a judge of Israel at the time. Samson was the most powerful man on the planet at that time. Samson would kill hundreds and hundreds of guys in battle. You know, every time he went to battle, he was slaughtering motherfuckers. And the Philistines couldn't fuck with Samson. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And so what the Philistines did was like, okay, we can't take Samson's head up. As men, we can't go to battle with Samson. We can't conquer Samson. Samson liked this pretty ass woman right here. Samson in love with this pretty ass woman right here named Delilah. Samson will do anything for this girl Delilah. Let's give Delilah some money. Let's send her over there to Samson. Let's have her working for us. Collect the information we need from her about Samson's weakness. See, way back then the Bible knew that a lot of these sorry ass fucking women want shit. Even way back then, a lot of these sorry ass motherfucking women was your fucking enemy. But they look bad as fuck. And they knew how to wine and dine you. They knew how to caress your hair, rub your shoulders, and get you to feel comfortable and relaxed around them. To get you to drop your fucking guards around them. So they could take everything you fucking got. Shit was happening way back in the Bible time. Shit ain't fucking new. There's a whole lot of sorry ass fucking Delilahs running around the United States. Whole lot of us Samsons run around, blinded as fuck to who he's sleeping with, blinded as fuck who he's laying his head on, who he's coming home to, who he's allowing to cook his meals, who he's allowing to rub his shoulders, who he's sowing his seed into. So, Delilah was an enemy, but Samson didn't know it. His family, his mom and daddy didn't want him hooking up with Delilah. They wanted him to pick somebody else. Samson said, no, I want that one. And he got that one. And Delilah was a willing participant. Oh, Samson, you're so strong. Oh, Samson, you're so handsome. Oh, Samson, you kill so many fellas. Oh, Samson, let me rub your hair. Oh, let me rub your shoulders. Let me massage your feet. Let me da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, woo-woo-woo. Oh, Samson, Samson, Samson. And Samson's stupid, ignorant ass ate this shit up. Samson would go to war with any guy out on the block. But he'd come home to Delilah and he'd just drop his fucking guards and just let everything fucking go. He didn't understand. His greatest enemy wasn't out on the battlefield. His greatest enemy was the person he made his fucking partner. His greatest enemy was the person he was coming home to. His greatest enemy was the person he picked. He picked her. He chose her. Not knowing she was a fucking enemy. Not knowing she was the fucking ops. And it cost him everything. It cost him everything. It cost him his freedom. It cost him his life. Because he chose the wrong woman. Guys, we gotta grow the fuck up. We gotta stop being so superficial. We gotta stop giving a fuck about how nice they ass is, how nice they titties are, how full their lips are, and their eyes and all this. Man, we gotta stop giving a fuck about that raggedy ass superficial bullshit. Because a lot of these motherfucking Delilahs got these fucking BBLs. And the crazy thing about a lot of these crazy ass, toxic ass fucking women, you can't tell this woman shit about what she got going on. She's demanding that you be authentic. She's demanding that you be transparent as a fucking man, but ain't shit real about her. Her hair's fake. Her eyelashes are fake. Her eyes are fake. Her lips are fake. Her titties are fake. Her ass is fake. Her nails are fake. Everything about her is fucking fake. And you in love with that shit. You eating that shit up. And you think you're gonna be able to build something lasting with this fake ass person. This superficial ass person. Do what you do. Do what you do. We gotta grow up. Stop blaming them for being the way that they are. Let's start blaming ourselves. Because if it wasn't for us paying them, they wouldn't be doing the stupid ass shit that they doing. That's real shit. If it wasn't for these simp ass motherfucking dudes running around here paying for these women on these fucking OnlyFans or whatever you call that shit and all this other stupid ass shit. If it wasn't for these sorry ass no game having motherfucking dudes paying for all this shit, these women wouldn't be doing this shit. If it wasn't for these sorry ass dudes running around here giving all these fucking women their fucking money and paying for all their fucking vacations and all this other stupid ass shit, and they ain't doing shit, they ain't bringing shit to the fucking table, these women wouldn't think that they're entitled to this stupid ass shit. They only think they're entitled to this shit because some sorry ass, low life, dumb ass, ignorant ass dude is willing to pay for this shit. So it starts with us as men. This is real shit. So we could talk about how trifling these sorry ass women are. We could talk about how promiscuous these women are, how hoish these women are, how trifling these women are, how they can't cook, won't clean, don't bring shit to the fucking table, but then expect every fucking thing that you got. Okay. Why'd you pick her? Why'd you let her ass move in with you? You knew she couldn't cook? You knew she kept her fucking shit dirty as fuck? You knew she was trifling and grimy as fuck? And you allowed her to move in with you. And then your stupid ass put her on a fucking lease. And now she's kicking you out of your own fucking place. As guys, we gotta start growing up. We gotta start thinking like kings. We gotta become a king. We gotta completely change the way we see life, completely change the way we see our life, completely change the way we see women. But it is what it is. Hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. What's up with you, David? We have to grow up. Miss Johnston, what's up with you? We have to grow up. And it starts with us as men, as males. We got to get our shit straight. And leave the deadbeats to be with the deadbeats. There's something in the Bible that said, let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead tend to the dead. That's not your frequency anymore. That's not your audience anymore. Those aren't your partners anymore. That's not your circle anymore. You gotta outgrow that stupid shit. You gotta outgrow the fucking partying and the clubbing and the stupid turning up and all this other stupid ass shit. And hooking up with all these sorry trifling ass women. You gotta grow the fuck up. And understand, boom, just like that, everything you hoped for, everything you dreamed about as far as your life can be stripped of you without you doing a damn thing wrong. You ain't got to do a damn thing wrong except choose the wrong person and lose everything. You can lose every fucking thing by hooking up with the right or hooking up with the wrong person. My older sister showed me that. My older sister showed me that. And what I mean by that, she hooked up with a guy who was a supervisor at a grocery store. This was back in the 80s. She cheated on him, he cheated on her. She got pissed because he cheated on her, even though she was cheating on him. She had a couple of kids by him. Got some dope from her other dude on the side. Planted in this dude's car. And then called the cops. He got busted with the crack in his car. Sent to prison. Never been in trouble. Never done anything wrong like that. Wasn't even about the street life, wasn't about that life at all. Didn't know shit about the street life. Didn't know shit about the dope game. My sister, my blood sister, planted some dope in that dude's car and called the cops on him because she wanted to get him back for cheating on her, even though she was cheating on him. He went to prison, lost everything, because he chose the wrong girl to fuck with. He chose the wrong female to fuck with. And the sad thing is, You don't know which female's capable of doing that to you until you run across her and you've already fucked her over, or you pissed her off. And now you find out the hard way that this motherfucker is capable of destroying your life. This motherfucker is capable of trying to destroy everything you want to establish. My sister showed me that, but I didn't learn. So I hooked up with my daughter Skylar's mom. And then when I decided to leave the relationship, she tried to dog me out. She tried to destroy me because I didn't want to be with her anymore. And you would think I would have learned that lesson. You would think that I would have gotten that. My hard-headed ass moved to New York, married a young lady. And when I said I didn't want to be with her, she called the cops and had me arrested for domestic violence and told them I did all kinds of stupid shit to her. I just went through that last March. Last March. You ain't got to tell me again. I get it, God. You ain't got to show me this fucking lesson again. You ain't got to take me down that path again. Lesson learned. Should have learned the shit from my sister. I should have learned it from my daughter's mama. But I learned that lesson last year. 53 fucking years old. I learned that lesson. You could pick the wrong person and they'll try to destroy you when they can't get what they want anymore. So we, as men, we gotta make better choices. We as men, we gotta be responsible and accountable for our life. And stop fucking with these sorry ass women. That ain't shit. And it is what it is. I don't sugarcoat shit. I ain't apologetic about shit. We gotta grow the fuck up. And again, this is not saying all women are like that. But I don't put it past any woman to become manipulative. I don't put it past any woman to become controlling when she don't get what she want anymore. Again, all women aren't like this. All women ain't gonna dog you out. You got some true queens out there. You got some true ride or dies out there. You got some true women that's gonna inspire you and encourage you and help you reach your full potential. The fact is, we gotta go through all the shit, all the crap, before you get what you deserve, as far as the true queen. And the same is true for women. They go through a bunch of toxic ass, sorry ass dudes before they finally meet a man. But this is Father's Day. And so this message is for the men. For those that want to be men. Those that are on their way to becoming a man. Understand the game. Understand that your life can change in an instant without you doing anything wrong. You ain't got to do anything. They could just get pissed at you. They could just get jealous of you. Somebody could say something. Somebody could post something on your page. Somebody could heart a picture of yours or whatever on fucking social media. Somebody can tell them a lie. You know what I mean? It could be any fucking thing. And that survival nature in them kicks in. Their fear and their insecurities and their baggage and their trauma kicks in. And they do what they do. And you get crushed in the process. you get dogged the fuck out in the process. But hopefully you learn the lesson. And you won't have to make as many mistakes as I did. You won't have to wait till you're my fucking age to grow the fuck up and make better choices in regards to your women. I love you guys. Thank you for rocking out with me. Happy healing. Peace.